hard, grind for my team. Been back since back. I run teams, no cap. I own my lane. You know the.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Emily Shay here, back with another video. And today I'm solo dolo. I'm here today to give you guys a few tips to get you guys through virtual college. So before I start with my tips, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my girl Christian. I got these lashes from her. I will insert a clip of how they boxed and how they came. And then I also got these lip gloss from her as well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I will link her Instagram and everything down below for you guys. Also, again, this hair is from the Weave Trap. I will put her Instagram down below too, so you guys can shop. And this is what it's looking like. Inches, honey, inches. Yes. Also, last but not least, I got these bangles from Victoria. I will also put her Instagram down below as well. And how can I forget about my girl Coco? Y'all, this is a Coco Slay. I will also put her Instagram down below as well. So let's start with the story time. Y'all, if y'all didn't already know, your girl is a senior. And yes, I have senioritis. Yes, that is real. I just want to be the first one of many to tell y'all senioritis is very much real. And it's also worse being that the fact everything is virtual now due to school. So I've been depressed, y'all. Let me tell y'all. So I've been here. I'm in college in my dorm room. I know, like, it's college felt. We're in a dorm room. You know, I'm on campus, but to me, it doesn't feel like college because we're not meeting in class. So I've been really sad. I wasn't motivated to do none of my work, and by the grace of God, my roommate, she calls me every day to make sure, like, hey, did you do this assignment for this class, or hey, did you do any assignments today? So I am really grateful for her. And not only just her, my mom, my best friend, and my kids on my hall, they make sure I get everything done. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the tips that I have for you guys about virtual college. So tip number one, know how to log into your classes. We use Zoom and Team here at the college that I go to. I've been getting asked a lot of questions like, how do we log into our classes? How can we meet our teachers on these apps, or anything that concerns the apps? So I would say learn your class schedule, and also learn your professors who's going to be over that class. And we do have this website. It's called like an E360 website, and they have all your class listed there and who's going to be your professor. So I would say get in contact with them to ask them certain questions like, are we going to meet on Zoom, or are we going to meet on Teams? It's best that you know who your professor is so you can ask these questions. And it's good to know these answers to these questions so you can know where you're going to be, where they're going to hold class at, basically. Tip number two, learn your class schedule, y'all. Being that everything is virtual, we're not meeting face to face with these professors, so you need to know when their class time is and when you need to meet on Team or Zoom. The class schedule is very, very, very important. Yes, they do still take attendance, so you need to be in class. And if you're not in class, y'all, they're going to start asking questions like, why are you not attending class when everything is virtual? Or they're going to start looking into your attendance. And yes, they do look into your attendance. So you need to be in class. Okay? Tip number three. You gotta encourage yourself, motivate yourself to do your work. Y'all just heard me say that I was sad and kind of feeling down low because it really doesn't feel like I'm in college this year. It really doesn't. I sit in my room and attend class, whereas when I first got to college, we was in class. So that's a big transition for me, and it was really hard for me to transition. I'm not even gonna hold you. We did a couple of months of virtual, like when we first went home for the break, but now that it's a whole semester, That's the whole 360, y'all. Like, I was not ready. I was in here like, oh my gosh, like I know I'm supposed to be here at school, but it doesn't feel so real to me. I've been going through it, y'all, but I've been getting my work done. Your girl is doing good, and y'all can too. So for all the ones that been feeling sad and down and depressed, girl, God, pick yourself up. Okay, we're gonna finish this semester strong, all A's and B's. Some C's if necessary, but we trying to be up there, A's and B's, period. Tip number 4, know your class. And when I say know your class, I mean know your professor. Know someone that's in that class with you. Like, the more people that you know in that class and the more you get in tune with your professor, the easier the class is going to come. The easier it's going to be for you to ask questions. The easier it's going to be for you to ask your peers in that class some questions to help you get through that class, okay? Once again, everything is virtual. The professor is here to guide you and help you, but everything that you do is for you, for your understanding, and for you to move through that course freely, okay? Tip number 5, convert your setting into a college filled setting. Y'all, I have moved my beds around and some stuff in my room to make my college room, feel like a classroom. I put my laptop, well, I don't use my laptop, let me stop. I log into all my Zoom calls and all my team calls on my phone. So what I do is I have the laptop set next to my phone, and I'll sit probably either at my desk or I sit on my bed. That way, if the teacher is going over something on like the school website, I can actually see it bigger on my laptop screen, and I can actually like read through as they give a lecture about it. And then I like to take notes, y'all. I have to write stuff down in order for me to remember stuff. So I'll just jot down a few things, and then I'll go back in and put like the little bullets so I'll know like what's going on. That's just me though. I like putting like jot down like important key points, and then I'll go back in and put some notes under those key points. That's just me. Tip number 6, group chats. Group chats is very, 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 I don't think y'all hear me, very, very, very beneficial now that we are virtual. Group chats help you guys remember that you have work due, help you guys to get through that work. Y'all get to associate with peers in your class to get that work done. Group chats are very, very, very beneficial, I promise you. If you don't know how to do something and you know somebody in that class can help you, or somebody in that class is more advanced, y'all get in them group chats. Them group chats is going to be the answer to everything that you need. I'm not saying copy, but do get in them group chats, because them group chats will help. And you can help somebody along the way, because not everybody is going to be on the same pace as you. So just get in the group chats, talk with your peers, know your peers, because they're going to help you get through this virtual school, okay? Tip number 7, know all of your professors' office hours. The reason why I say know their office hours, again, if you have questions and you feel like you don't understand the material that they provided for you, contact them, call them, email them, and let them know, like, I don't understand this and that. See if they can set up time to meet you virtually to help that you get this work done. Like, if you one of those students that love A's, all A's, and you know that you don't understand what's being taught to you or you're learning, sit down with your professor on a Zoom call. It only take like 2 to 3 minutes to log into Zoom and get some help from your professor. You cannot get that help if you do not open your mouth and ask for the help, okay? So it's up to you to make sure the grade that you want this semester is going to be determined how much efforts you put into this semester, okay? So if you don't put the work in, you don't get the grade out, period. Tip number 8, studying. Y'all, I am a business management major, minor in accounting, and I have a lot of formulas, a lot of different things I have to remember on a daily basis to ensure that I have my work done on time. So if I have to learn different formulas and do different things in my major, I know according to other majors, you have more stuff that you have to learn as well. So studying is a key part in every situation that attends to college, okay? Make sure you study. Make sure you know what's going on. I have this one class. He provides us reading materials, and he wants us to open our minds to understand what we're reading. So he give us Dropbox discussions, and basically we have to discuss the reading materials. And when he hosts class, he asks us questions to make sure, even though we type something already in the discussion post, he asks us questions containing to the work that we read to make sure that we understand what we're reading. So I really like that because they get to expand our brains and whatever. So he actually holds class as if we was still in class. I love that. Like, I love when teachers still want you to answer questions and they still calling you to make sure that you know what you're talking about. It's just not you're sitting there and he's just wow the whole hour and some change. No, he's very interactive. He makes sure you understand the work that he's providing and all that in the third. So yeah. Tip number 9, know your course material. Okay. 2 of my classes this semester, because we is currently in midterm week. No, let me rephrase that. We currently just finished midterm week, and I had a couple of projects to do. I did not read over my course syllabus for the classes, and I kept emailing them like, hey, when is the midterm project due? Hey, when is the midterm project due? And you know what their response to me was? Check your course syllabus. It has all the due dates for everything on there. It's like you need to pay attention to stuff, to the small details and everything that you do, because if you don't read those little details, you're not going to know what's going on in class. I'm just going to say that from my past experience. I did not read that course syllabus, y'all, but that course syllabus was very, 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 very beneficial in me getting a midterm project done. This is like half my grade, y'all. And the professor just hit me back like, you got to read the course outline to know when the project is due. That's how they run in their class. I couldn't argue with him because I really didn't read it, so I had to make sure like I know what's going on. So just know your course material, period. And last but not least is the golden tip that I can give anybody. Make sure that you do all your work. If you have to go at your own pace, you do that. But please just make sure your work is completed. And when I say completed, I mean 100% completed. Not 90%, not 90%, not 80%, not 60%. Make sure it's completed to 100%, that you feel comfortable with turning that work in to the professor. If you feel like that work is grade A work, you turn it in. If you feel like you could do better on that work, you sit there, you read over it, and then you turn it in. Because the work that you put in, the input that you put into that work, and then you turn it in is going to be the output, y'all. It's just straight like that. So if you feel like you didn't do a good job, do not turn it in. Because these professors, they want to make sure like you understand what's going on. And if you don't understand what's going on, what did you learn? What did you learn from this homework? You feel me? So they just want to make sure that you understand what's going on. Y'all, those are all the 10 tips I have for virtual attending college right now. I must admit, y'all, virtual school is very, very different, especially when you start out in college, like in the classroom, and now you're sitting in your room. You don't have that physical contact with your teacher anymore. That is a whole advanced 360, okay? That is a 360. It's just something that you have to get used to doing now, because this is the new norm, being that we're going through a global pandemic. If you feel like, you know, you're not conquering this semester like you should be, just take some time and get it through your mind like, okay, I got this. Even though we're going through this, I'ma still pass this semester with all A's and B's. Y'all gotta speak it into existence, okay? My standards is set high. And everything that I say, it shall happen. So, with all of that being said, you guys, leave me some comment down below if you're in college currently, or even in high school, and you feel like this is too much for you. Reach out to me. We can chit chat, and I can listen to or read what you guys are going through right now through this pandemic. Also, leave me some video ideas for future videos that you guys would like to see on my lovely channel. And y'all already know this is only up from here, and I will see you guys in my next video.
If we happen to be ends, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my powder, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of faith. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start a